We are standing now in the settlement of Yericho, a little bit west of Jericho. We can see the city of Jericho below us to the east. It is located in the southern part of the Jordan Valley. The Jordan Valley in this area is very wide, and it is divided by the Jordan River to two parts. The eastern part of the Jordan Valley in this area is called the Plains of Moab. And here in the Plains of Moab, the last covenant between God and the people of Israel took place in the end of the 40 years after Exodus from Egypt. Here, the last covenant took place right here. After Moses died, he did not cross the Jordan River. After Moses died, the people of Israel, with Joshua as the leader of Israel, they crossed the Jordan River east of Jericho and located their camp in the western part of the Jordan Valley called the Plains of Jericho. They located their camp in the eastern side of the Jericho Plains, as far from Jericho as possible. We can see here that Jericho is located in the northern western part of the plain. So Joshua located the camp of Bnei Israel, of the people of Israel, in the eastern and southern side of the Plains of Jericho. We read in the book of Joshua, chapter 4, verse 19, and the people came up out of the Yarden, of the Jordan, on the 10th day of the first month, and encamped in Gilgal, on the east border of Yericho, of Jericho, on the eastern side of Jericho, as far as possible from Jericho, because Joshua located the camp as far as possible from Jericho, because he did not want to be surprised, to be attacked by the people of Jericho. And in order not to be surprised, he had to locate the camp as far as possible from Jericho. And the place was called Gilgal. The Bible explains the name of Gilgal in Joshua chapter 5, verse 9. And the Lord said to Joshua, "This day have I rolled away the reproach of Mitzrayim, of Egypt, from off you." So he called the name of the place Gilgal to this day. So Gilgal means in Hebrew legalgel, to take away. He took away the shame of Egypt. So in fact, the end of Exodus was here in Jericho, near Jericho, in Gilgal. The Jewish people became a nation. Here the Jewish people started its journey, its way in history, a way of thousands of years, more than 3,000 years of history, Jewish history, started here in Gilgal. Where is the site of Gilgal? Again, if we want to find the exact site of Gilgal, we must go to the southern and eastern edge of the plains of Jericho. Gilgal is not near the city of Jericho, but as far as possible from it. So we have to go first to the east, as close as possible to the Jordan River, and then to the south, as we have explained, as far as possible from Jericho, in order not to be attacked by the people of Jericho, not to be surprised by the people of Jericho. And that place in which the Jewish people started its way in history, Gilgal, became a sacred place in Jewish history. We know that at the beginning, the first king of Israel, Saul, was inaugurated right here in Gilgal. The famous prophets, Elijah and Elisha, both prophets, the great prophets of the Jewish people in the time of the Bible, Elijah and Elisha, both of them sat here in Gilgal. They had students who wanted to become prophets, and the place in which they had a school of prophecy was here in Gilgal, because it was a sacred place. So if we want to find the exact site of Gilgal, we have to go down to the plains of Jericho, go to the eastern, southern side of the plains of Jericho, and try to find remnants or indications to that holy site, the site of Gilgal, in which Exodus was finished and Jewish history began.